fuse burns down to a small charge called a blasting cap. Then the blasting cap detonates, which creates... If you encounter a grizzly bear and try to run, they'll easily catch you. Instead, stay calm and avoid eye contact while slowly backing away. If the bear charges, stand your ground, because most charges are actually bluffs. If it does attack, lie flat on your stomach, covering your neck with your hands. Stay still and play dead, as grizzlies attack those who perceive no threat. If you... A Y-shaped incision is made down to the pelvis to open up the abdomen during an autopsy. Then they will remove each organ one by one and examine it for anything abnormal. If
You're alive right now?
Spots or discoloration, it can indicate some kind of poisoning. And examining a bullet lodged in the heart can help determine the trajectory and type of gun. Once the pathologist is satisfied, the organs are all returned and the body is sewn shut. Oh, a cat jumped into a well at a nearby village, and its owner...
It doesn't say your life. On mine.
Well, you have to like go out of it and then go back in. Good job.
Okay. We're going to the same place that we go and I remember.
Why are you up over there?
Where are we landing? At Fortnite.
Literally, like, reckless.
I'm still a default. Oh, crap. Solo, man.
Don't shoot. No, run, run. I said run. Don't reboot me, don't reboot me. Why are you pushing?
I didn't know they were right over there.
So they started shooting at you and you still kept going?
Ring protected.
This calculation is actually wrong. You see, this figure is just taking the volume of each Earth to fill the sun, almost like a liquid. But that doesn't take into account that the Earth is a sphere and that there would be space between each one. Now, if you factor in this packing density, instead of 1.3 million, it would actually only take about 960,000.
Go back to lobby.
Okay.
People think it would just cause it to explode, but that's not exactly what would happen. You see, it would be almost impossible to hit the explosive charge inside the grenade as it's flying through the air. And even if you did manage to hit it, a normal gun wouldn't have enough energy to actually detonate the charge inside. If you pass a super long worm-like structure, most people think it's a tapeworm, but that might not actually be the case. You see, some doctors believe that these strands, known as rope worms, aren't really parasites or worms at all. Instead, they might actually be long pieces of intestinal mucus that break off during the digestive process. And from
Liam, actually wear your skin.
Huh?
In
Actually
2015,
wear your
a
skin.
toddler stuck a chopstick in his nose and
Okay.
somehow pushed it up his nasal passage and 3 inches into his brain. He was immediately rushed to the hospital, where doctors had to surgically remove it while trying not to cause more damage. But the chopstick somehow missed major nerves and arteries and was eventually removed with no longer damage. In 2014, a toddler stuck a chopstick in his nose and somehow pushed it up his nasal passage and 3 inches into his brain. He was immediately rushed to the hospital, where doctors had to surgically remove it while trying not to cause more damage. But the
Why'd you leave,
chopstick
Liam?
somehow missed major
I don't
nerves
know.
and arteries
I'm
and
unfriending
was
you now.
eventually removed
No,
with no
don't.
long-term damage. In 2014, a toddler stuck a chopstick in his nose and somehow pushed it up his nasal passage and 3. An anteater's tongue is so long that it can reach the bottom of a huge anthill. Once inside, they use their tongue to navigate the tunnels while looking for ants. Then they'll flick in and out rapidly, trapping the ants on their tongue. They can do this because their tongues are coated in a sticky saliva. They'll stuff their tongue back inside their mouths and feast on the ants. An anteater's when you laugh, these muscles in your diaphragm contract, and this movement rapidly pushes air out of your lungs. At the same time, the muscles between your ribs also contract.
Liam, join my party. My
This
stream.
quick expulsion of air repeats
Liam.
bursts, which passes
Liam.
through your vocal cords, and this causes them to
Liam.
vibrate, which produces a laugh.
Liam.
Rapidly pushes air out of your lungs. At the same time, the muscles between your ribs also contract, which further forces the air out. This quick expulsion of air bursts, which passes through
Liam.
your vocal cords, and this causes them to vibrate, which produces a laugh. When you laugh, these muscles in your diaphragm contract, and this movement rapidly pushes air out of your lungs. At the same time, the muscles between your ribs also contract, which further forces the air out. This quick expulsion of air repeats in quick bursts, which passes through your vocal cords, and this causes them to vibrate, which produces a laugh. When you laugh, these muscles in your diaphragm contract, and this movement rapidly pushes air out of your lungs. At the same time, the muscles between your ribs also contract, which further forces the air out. This quick expulsion bursts, which passes through your vocal cords, and this causes them to vibrate, which produces a laugh. When you laugh, these muscles in your diaphragm contract, and this movement rapidly pushes air out of your lungs. At the same time, the muscles between your ribs also contract, which further some people cut the sides of their toenails to avoid them becoming ingrown. But this can actually make them worse. You see, if you cut them with a rounded edge, the nail will follow this curved path as it grows. This can make the nail dig into the sides of your toe, causing it to pierce the skin and grow inward. Instead, you should just cut them straight across. Imagine you're trying to some tonsil stones get so big that people try to pull them out with tweezers. And these stones form when debris like food and dead cells get trapped in the crevices in the back of your throat. Over time, this debris collects and forms into a ball known as a tonsil stone. Now, these stones are usually knocked loose by your mouth movements, but they can sometimes require a formal removal. If you drink too much water, the excess will fill up your stomach and get absorbed into your bloodstream. This can eventually cause your brain cells to swell up, which pushes your brain into your skull and increases the pressure. And depending on your size, if you drink around 6 liters of water in a few hours, your brain would swell up so much that you could go into a coma and die. If you stomp on a spider, you might end up releasing a swarm of hundreds of babies all at once. This is because some spiders don't actually lay their eggs in a web. Instead, they have to carry around their egg sacs, which are connected to spinnerets. Once the sac hatches, the baby spiders will crawl up the mother's back and inhabit her. If you fired a bullet in space, some people think the energy would just propel you back. But that's not exactly what would happen. You see, in the vacuum of space, there's no air resistance. And that means that there is nothing to slow the bullet down. So when you pull the trigger, you would be slightly pushed back. But unless it hit something, the bullet would continue traveling in a straight line forever. If you lightly brush by a chala cactus, the segments detach at the lightest touch, and the barbed spines would easily penetrate your skin. But when you try to pull them out, the tiny backwards-facing hooks on the spine dig deeper, causing more pain. To remove them, use a comb to gently lift the spines away from the skin. Then use tweezers to individually remove each one. If you dip a shoe into this tank of water, it will come out with a pattern. And this works because a print with a special film is placed on top of the water. Applied activators dissolve this film, leaving just the print floating as ink. And when the shoe is submerged, the ink wraps around it and adheres. It's then carefully removed from the water to keep the wet ink on the object. If your ear gets ripped off, you can actually take some cartilage from your rib cage. Then a doctor will carve it into the shape of an ear and place it into a pocket of skin on your forearm. Your arm develops and forms blood vessels and skin. Once you pull it out, it really daily to increase flexibility. Then you'd roll your tongue all the way back and gradually extend it down your throat and up into the nasal cavity. And once inside, you'll hold your tongue there and focus on your breath. If you swallowed a live octopus and your stomach had no digestive fluids, the octopus would pass through it completely whole. And this is because they're very resilient and don't have any bones, making them incredibly flexible. If it didn't suffocate, the octopus could travel down into your intestines and through your digestive system. And eventually, it would make it all the way through and come out of your butt alive. It would take about 5,000 balloons to lift the average person into the air. But how many would it take to lift your house? In the movie Up, the house is lifted with just 10,000 balloons. But that actually wouldn't work in real life. You see, a typical house weighs about 100,000 pounds. A balloon can only hold about half of an ounce. Using that math, you would need just about 4 million balloons to lift the typical. In 2018, a woman was sucked out of a window on a Southwest flight headed to Dallas. It happened when an engine broke in the air, causing debris to break a window. This caused the cabin to be pressurized. The lifter works by rapidly plucking hairs from the root, removing the entire strand. It's kind of like a bunch of scissors. If a tick bites you and embeds itself into your skin, most people usually just go ahead and pull it out. But if the tick is fully in your skin, this can actually cause the body to break off. Its head is about to fly. Instead, this loose transfers to the exit, as opposed to the skin surface. The maggots then feed on the tissue inside your ear canal to grow and develop. And it's not just one or two of them. In a recent case, a man had hundreds of maggots living in his ear. A doctor cuts the most swollen part of an abscess to drain it. This pocket of pus forms due to infection when bacteria enters the body through a cut in the skin. The body's immune system sends cells which can... This train is headed straight toward 5 people. Now, if you pull this lever, the train will divert to another track where only one person is tied down. Most people would choose to pull the lever, taking one life to save the 5. But now imagine that you're a surgeon and you have 5 dying patients who all need a different organ transplant to live. You could harvest the organs from one healthy person, which would save these 5 dying patients, but end his life. So does saving 5 lives really justify taking one? What do you think? When you hiccup, the muscle below your lungs visibly contracts. This involuntary spasm forces a downward motion, which makes your lungs pull in a quick breath. If you put a metal detector over something metal, it will beep. And it does this because the detector emits an electromagnetic field into the ground. A needle painlessly penetrates your skin when you apply an insulin patch. Inside the patch, a small container holds insulin, which is released through a micro. Hey guys, if you dropped a nuke to an active volcano. So today, Sarah and I debated which emote is the manliest.
I think I just found the manliest emote.
That is not manly.
That's not the one. No, that was the different one. This is it. Boom, boom, boom. And like great things in there. That's pretty manly. That's pretty manly.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, even hungry after their 9 to 5.
I think this is manly. Manly burger.
Well, I think this is manly. It's men like mowing their lawn.
I think this is manly. Real men cry. So today, Sarah and I debated
Yo, bros, I'm chilling outside right now. Bro, this sunset about to play. Yo, bro.
Watch out, I got it. Oh, it's okay, I'll get it. No, wait. We'll use the power of friendship. Watch out, I got it. Oh, it's okay, I'll get it. No, wait. We'll use the power of friendship.
Huracán y se me mojó la tarea. Ahora que ya salió el sol, la voy a poner a secar. Yo creo que de aquí a la 1 ya se me ha secado. ¿Y qué estás haciendo, Larry? Secando la tarea, mamá. Yo te dije que te llevara cuando se te seca la tarea.
What is black when you buy it, red when you use it, and gray when you throw it away? Tell me in the comment. What is...
This is the reason Rocket League is the best game.
In the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog.
Dogs are like...
Yo, what's up, David?
No, please. Oh shit. Oh, that's so. Oh, that's so awesome. Yo, how's your day today?
When I received the package, they're legal. Every single shot, yeah, actually sucked.
One day he dialed 911 to order a pizza. Now, obviously, you're not supposed to dial 911 to order a pizza. The cops wanted him to learn something. So they actually delivered him a pizza on their own and shot him 20 times. This kid's name is Joseph. And one day he dialed 911 to order a pizza. Now, obviously, you're not supposed to dial 911 to order a pizza. But the cops wanted him to learn something from this. actually delivered him a pizza on their own and shot him 20 times. This kid's name is Joseph, and one day he dialed 911 to order a pizza.
H-E-H-E?
Because I think you are going to be shocked. Because the young mother you're about to meet was not 16.
You know what? Alright. Make this like cringy so that like it's probably like fucking PT scary. Let's click on it. You know what?
Who are you?
I'm Pennywise.
Oh, you're new.
To where? Sorry, why did you just do it?
Now get out of my way.
Sorry, honey, not today.
What did you just say?
Okay, bro, she's not paying attention.
Breathe in. A wise man once said, the highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up and say, I can do whatever I want today. I'm going to tell you how you can manifest that reality. As soon as you wake up every single morning, I want you to relax. Don't grab your phone. Don't move. Close your eyes and visualize.
What if Bad Bunny was on a Brazilian funk?
A girl looking for a new boyfriend goes on countless dates and can't find anyone she likes. She's starting to get super frustrated and is ready to give up when suddenly she gets an idea. She goes to the local newspaper and says, hey there, can you put this in your newspaper? And hands her a note that says, looking for new boyfriend. All I want are 3 things. Must not beat me up, must not run away from me, and must be amazing in bed. Everyone is confused, but lets her do it anyways. The next day, she thinks, there's no way anybody's actually gonna show up. But to her surprise, her doorbell starts ringing constantly. After a few disappointing tries, she starts to feel hopeless. It rings again, and she opens the door to see a guy with no arms and no legs. She says, can I help you? The guy says, hey there, I'm here to be your new boyfriend. The girl is surprised. She says, and what makes you think you're good enough to do? The guy says, well, I don't have any arms, so I can't beat you up. And I can't run away without legs. The girl thinks for a second. She then says, okay, but how do I know you're good at bed? The guy says, well, how do you think? A girl looking for a new boyfriend goes on. A girl looking for a new boyfriend goes on. She can't find anyone she likes. She starts to get super frustrated and ready to give up. When suddenly she gets an idea. She goes to the local newspaper and says, hey, can you put this in your newspaper? And hands her a note that says, look at but how do I know you're good in bed? The guy says, well, how do you think I rang the doorbell? A girl looking for